You guys know when I said I would have left everything behind? Well, until I met this guy. And I made you a promise. If you want, I'll tell you the story about how I found that one special person. Well, today is the day. Brace yourselves, it's gonna be a bumpy ride full of 3- and 4-sided relationships. Will they, won't theys, deceit, betrayal, and a lot of trouble. That's everything so far. Sounds like a party. Are we forgetting something? Sounds to me like we need a brand new recap! I fell in love with my best friend Chan and had a 3.5-year on and off sex relationship with him where basically every night we were fucking, even though he was straight. After he got a girlfriend, damn it Jesse, I found something new which became an open relationship because I couldn't let go of Chan and my ex couldn't let go of me. Surprise! Everything came crashing down. The relationship was closed again because of my job and to keep distance between Chan and I. We moved to Potsdam, which worked out. But once the well is poisoned, over time the relationship faded into a friendship situation where me and my ex were still living together but more as friends, and that's what you missed on Dark Victory! So, now everyone's all caught up, but we technically need to start a lot earlier. Over 16 years ago, in fact.
So, you mean when you and Sean broke up for the first time? Huh, the first of 100 times.
Seeing you around again is nice.
I heard that somebody missed me.
Not by me.
What?
It happened around that time, yep. The thing with Chan was totally fucked up, so I spent quite a lot of time online getting some reassurances. And as I've said before, I used to be a pretty cocky motherfucker. Hey,
hi.
You're not really my type, but for you I'd make an exception.
Oh, who's an edgy boy? Who's an edgy boy? That's right, you're an edgy boy, so cocky.
Shut up. I think that yes, it was because I felt so small and helpless in real life that I wanted to come across as extra cool online and prove to myself that I wasn't trash.
So you just behaved like trash. Classic.
Back then, YouTube was new and a playground without rules for creatives. Long before big studios took down every movie fan dub parody and the evil C word became ubiquitous.
Cunt?
Nah, copyright infringement. YouTube was like TikTok today. Nobody cared who had the rights to what. The internet itself was still
Neuland.
And around this time, I started with voice acting for fun. That quickly led me to the German fandub scene, where dubbing enthusiasts translated Japanese animes into their own language, rebuilt the sound effects and music tracks for small clips, or even entire episodes. We basically dubbed everything we could get our hands on.
What does all this have to do with your relationship?
Context, my dude! This is gonna be important.
Sure.
So, back then, there were these 3 big fan dub dynasties. Crash Dub Studios, Crimson Studio, and the Strange Dubbers. And a group of weird mermaid melody dub groups.
Mermaid melody pitchy pitch?
Yeah, and that was every single one of them.
What?
Pitchy bitch!
Oh, there's that edgy boy again.
Back to the dynasties. Crash Dub Studios was the creme de la creme of hobby voice actors. The quality was solid to super professional. And many, I would almost say 75% of them, are now professional voice actors, more or less, and can be heard in animes, TV series, and movies. You could probably imagine little punker Mick thought they were all detached and stupid.
Missette.
Crimson Studio had a quality that was okay. Among its members were P-Boy and Nana.
Who?
They'll be a little more important later.
Okay.
Crimson Studio was founded by former Crash Dubbers, who wanted to go their own way. There was kind of a rivalry because secretly every Crimson member wanted to defect to the Crash Dubbers. Crimson has produced a handful of dubbing actors in their own right, too. Between 25 and 30%. I'm not mentioning any real names now, though, because many are a bit ashamed of their fan dubbing past.
Huh? Why is that?
Well, fan dub is still fan dubbed. It's kinda cringy. And some of them are probably scared it could cost them work. After all, it was only semi-legal to dub and upload the stuff for everyone to watch.
Okay, I see. Hurry up with Dynasty 3. I want to get to the boys love part.
Okay, the Strange Dubbers, founded by me and my best friend Kari. We wanted to be the polar opposite to the snobbish, wannabe superior speakers who kept everyone out of their group.
So you were too bad for the other 2 groups and formed a catch basin for all the rest.
No. That's the malicious way of looking at history.
Oh yeah? And how many professional voice actors did you produce?
0.
No further questions.
Anyway, Yuria and Yume were part of Strange Dubbers.
More side characters. And isn't it pronounced Yume in Japanese?
We said Sasuke too.
That's right. But let's get to the point here.
Yeah, I know. Yume's best friend and later boyfriend was Dennis. Bam!
Finally.
And And also Yuria's ex.
He's a wild one.
And a crush for Nana.
What?
And P-Boy.
The two from Crimson?
Dude, he was untouchably cute and desired. So then I did what I do the best. Hey,
Hi.
you're not actually my type, but for you I'd make an exception.
Cringe.
Well, not exactly like that. Yume had shitty internet at home as she lived in a small village and therefore went over to Dennis and asked him to add me on MSN. Probably to discuss something fandom related I don't even remember. For the young among us, MSN was the Discord of the internet Stone Age. Basically what WhatsApp is today. But since we had no smartphones, we had to do everything on the computer. And I should probably say that the fandubbing process was done completely online in extra private forums. That means that many of us have never actually met in real life. That applies to me and Yume and Yuria.
Talk about the boy.
And also therefore for Dennis, dude. The three of them came from northern Germany near Hamburg, and I'm from Berlin. Anyways, now I had Dennis on MSN. Sora was his nickname, like the kid with the giant boots from Kingdom Hearts. And because I thought he was hot, Dennis, I should say, not the character, I texted a lot with him and subtly flirted to find out if I had a chance. Purely hypothetical, of course.
Sure.
Hey, baby. You want some dick? Not sure. That went better than expected. We texted a whole lot and we flirted really intensely. But whenever I asked, he always said he wasn't gay and had a girlfriend. But if you spend nights with your webcam on and sexting half-nakedly with another guy, then there's at least a small chance that someone is lying to themselves. Only I didn't know which one.
Isn't it obvious? I mean, look at the show we just put on.
But you do remember Chan, right?
Right.
If having sex with a guy is no guarantee for being gay and ready, no way online flirting is. So I preferred to stay in cocky mode instead of opening up and making myself vulnerable. Nah, I've got a girlfriend. Just you wait. You're gonna end up falling for me anyways. P. At the very latest, once we meet. ... Double hat. But then we actually lost touch with each other for a little while. I was busy with my YouTube stuff, fan dubbing, and working on my first animation. Dennis, aka Sora, had his girlfriend and a bit of other drama on the side, but we'll save that for later. He had his studies to do, and he was also a fitness trainer.
Okay, so that explains it.
What?
How someone his age already has such a hot body.
Hey, I'm the thirsty one here, okay? It's your job to keep me on track.
Then get an uglier boyfriend.
Oh, whatever. So the YouTube thing got bigger and bigger, and the next thing I knew, I had my second fan meeting. It was in Hamburg because I used to work a lot for a satirical online magazine based there. And who else was from Hamburg? Huh?
Just go on.
Since Kadi and I were still friends with Yuria and Yume, we figured it was the perfect opportunity to meet up. And then I told Dennis that he should come along too since he's single now but he's still friends with the two of them, so... And when we met for the first time in real life, I thought, okay, he is big.
I see what you did there.
No, really. I felt like he was 2 heads bigger than me. Even though in reality it was only a few centimeters. And somehow he has a deep gorilla voice that doesn't match his face.
Hi.
But still I thought he was super cute. And still, this scene was awkward as fuck. Me surrounded by fans, he was over there standing with his exes the whole time whispering and laughing, and I thought, how fucking weird is all this? Screw it. Now for the time skip.
What? Why?
Yuria got together with a guy from Crimson Studio, who then moved over to Crash Dubbers just like I did in the meantime. We'll call him Squirtle Squirtle.
All these weird names. That's some nerdy fan caca.
But if I said his real name, you would know who he was. He's a well-known voice actor now. We also called him that because one time he was Skyping next door with Yuria and he randomly went, Squirtle, Squirtle! For real? Well, I don't know what kind of roleplay that was, but ever since then we just call him Squirtle, Squirtle.
Hang on. Next door? You guys live together?
Yeah, for a short time because he did an internship at a dub studio in Berlin.
I think I know where this is going.
Hey, Yume and Dennis went to Berlin with Yuria to visit her boyfriend Squirtle Squirtle at my place! Yeah. Hi, I'm so glad you made it! Yay!
Seriously, how squeaky is his voice? What? Gorilla? Did he say that?
Anyway, we decided to throw a wild living room party together. We took a lot of photos, and we were, looking back on it, pretty touchy and obsessed with one another. The next day, we all went to Berlin for the usual tourist program, and then he was gone again. But thankfully, in the meantime, they invented smartphones. Yay! We texted even more and took every opportunity to see each other. Even when he only had an hour's stay at Berlin Central Station when he visited his father, I would go and see him just so we could be with one another briefly. And yet, I still wondered the entire time, what the fuck is going on here? At this point, we were both like, full Heartstopper main characters.
What if this is something? What if this is nothing? What if this is in my head?
And then while visiting a friend in Potsdam, he also came by my place, and he stayed the night. And boy, suddenly he told me, there's this girl. I flirt with her a lot. She has quite the crush on me. Nana from Crimson Studio. And I thought, shit. But then I thought, it's cool. He just wants to say, nonetheless, I'm here with you. Then he said, there's this boy. I flirt with him all the time. Well, he's got a crush on me. P-boy from Crimson Studio. And I thought, shit. But then I'm like, it's cool. He wants to say, nonetheless, I'm here with you. Right? Seriously, what is this fuckery? I need to know where I stand. I can't keep going on and on and on, making the same mistake and falling in love with boys who are emotionally unavailable. Huh?
Do you need to poop?
Yeah, no. So it became all or nothing. We go to the La Leander. It's a small gay bar in Potsdam and have an incredibly nice evening. He's lying on my lap, we're having cuddles and chatting, and pretty soon I say, what do you think of us?
I don't know. Why though?
And I'm thinking, lure him out of his reserves. That's the only way you'll know whether it can work or not. So I'm like, because I've got quite the crush on ya.
Oof.
I just wanted to see how you'd react. It's not like I meant it. Or did I?
What about your boyfriend?
What about Nana?
What about the flat?
What about P-boy?
You still live together.
We're just friends now.
Have you broken up?
Well, not really.
What the fuck is happening here?
And that's
Come on.
what you'll find out next time.
Oh.
Hey, this video's already as long as all of Friends with Benefits.
That's because you had to talk about your fucking fandoms.
That is context! By the way, I just created a Patreon because YouTube doesn't suffice to provide gay animation content, so in case you feel like supporting me and my team, then
Dude, are you begging them for money?
No.
Nothing wrong with it. Or do you really think you can do all this animation stuff for free?
No way. So if you want to help me out, try the super thanks on YouTube or join my Patreon, because the story is far from over.
And until then,
Chew-wah!